Hello, and welcome to the Reselling Report for today, Thursday, May 21st, 2020. I'm your host, Ann Eckhart, and every weekday morning I upload the Reselling Report here to YouTube to update you on the day's retail and e-commerce news, including the latest from eBay, Amazon, Etsy, and Poshmark. If you haven't done so already, I hope you'll subscribe. And now let's get on with today's show. Well, happy Thursday, everyone. One day closer to the big Memorial Day holiday weekend where we'll all be traveling to our backyards, maybe your porch. It's going to be a different holiday than normal, but I think this staycation situation that we're going to be facing this summer just gives you a great opportunity to spend money locally. Take the money you normally would have spent traveling and spend it at your local shops, restaurants, as you feel safe to go out and do so. People are picking back up sourcing. For those of us in the reselling business, thrift stores are starting to open up again, depending on where you are. I did want to note that Goodwill has an entire section on their website about what they're doing during COVID-19. Now, again, every Goodwill is different. They're run by different local entities, basically. I kind of think of them as like franchises. What one cluster of Goodwill stores does in one part of a state is different from another. Here in Iowa, the stores in my area are run a little differently than ones, say, in the Cedar Rapids area, and run differently than the ones in Des Moines because they're under different organizations. But Goodwill does have an entire COVID-19 FAQ section on their website. It will be linked in the show notes below. So if you're interested in just learning more about Goodwill, this also helps you figure out the Goodwills in your area and what they are doing, how to connect with them. Most Goodwill regions, regional stores, I guess you could say, regional clusters, have Facebook pages. So that's really the best way to find what your local Goodwill stores are doing. And even within an organization, a local cluster, they can be doing things differently. My region has about 8 or 10 stores that are run. Only 3 of them are open right now. The others are still closed, and it just depends on the city, county situation that they're in. So if you're in an area, you may find that one store close to you is still closed, but one a little further might be reopened. That's why it is worth it to find all of the Goodwills near you on social media, specifically Facebook, so you can keep up with their openings and their policies, because it's different pretty much everywhere you go. If you are looking for a new reselling site to sell on, or you want to set up your own independent site, there is a new option for you. Facebook is starting their own shops program. So I'm reading from an article over on digitaltrends.com, but this news is posted in quite a few places. This article specifically is titled, "Facebook's Shops Give Small Businesses an Etsy-like Place to Sell Goods Online." So Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg announced the launch of Facebook Shops, a tool that lets small business owners set up an online storefront for free. Zuckerberg said Tuesday that businesses could set up a Facebook shop for free, a shot across the bow for competitors like Etsy. The shops will look and feel like a Facebook page where business owners can easily list their items. Customers will be able to make a purchase directly through Facebook Shops, and Zuckerberg said that Facebook would not share what you buy with friends or anyone else without your permission. Facebook Shops roll out on Tuesday and will include features such as live shopping, where customers can shop products during a Facebook Live, and loyalty programs to shops customers frequent the most. We want to give people a place to experience the joy of shopping versus the chore of buying, and we want to help small businesses adapt and make it easier for people to discover and shop for things they love, Zuckerberg said. A great feature customers will be able to use with Facebook Shops will be Facebook's augmented reality technology to purchase products. If a customer is looking at beauty products or home decor, they could virtually see a preview of how the product would look on themselves or in their home. Zuckerberg also talked about Instagram Shop, which will debut this summer. Similar to Facebook Shops, people can use the Instagram Explorer feature to browse and purchase items all in one place. Facebook Shops will also allow people to contact a shop directly through WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, and Instagram Direct, and in the future, even make purchases through these message apps. Facebook will be working with online shopping partners such as Shopify and Channel Advisor to help people start and grow their own Facebook shops as a small business. No selling fee would be charged for shops purchases made from the business's website and no listing fees, but any purchase made natively through Facebook shops would be subject to a fee. Etsy charges businesses a fixed amount to post a listing as well as a transaction fee for any items purchased. Zuckerberg said that Facebook shops would bring small businesses struggling with closed stores due to the coronavirus an opportunity to thrive online. This is really exciting because I know people are utilizing YouTube Live streams to sell items. They're selling via Instagram. And of course, people do post things on Facebook Marketplace. But to have an actual store on Facebook and then eventually on Instagram where you could sell items directly is really exciting. And I, for one, am super curious to see when this fully rolls out what everything looks like. So it will be coming on Tuesday of next week. So we'll definitely be following up and following this Facebook shops. Let me know what you think. I personally think it could be a game changer for reselling if we could circumvent eBay and Etsy and Amazon and Poshmark, the fees, the everything involved in that, and go straight to social media where everybody is anyway. I'm pretty excited. Let me know what you think. Turning now to eBay news. If you are a UK eBay sellers, they are inviting established business sellers to take part in a 7-day listing promotion from May 18th. It says they're sending out invitations by email, but you can also click on a link to see if you're eligible to activate the promotion. Once you activate the offer, there will be no listing fees on up to 100 items listed before May 24th, and business sellers taking part will only pay a maximum of £1 final value fee on each of those items sold within 30 days of listing. So this announcement will be linked in the show notes below. If you haven't already gotten an invitation, you can check the link that's in the announcement to see if you are eligible. I guess not everybody is, but there is that for the eBay UK sellers. Also, eBay's dark mode is starting to roll out. According to a post on the AndroidPolice.com site, phones are only slowly getting updated to Android 10, which is the first iteration of the OS that introduced a proper system-wide dark theme. That's why developers are only slowly adding the eye-soothing mode to their application, but now a popular sales platform is finally on board with the new color variation. eBay version 6.1.1.20 is currently rolling out on the Play Store and gives some people access to the dark theme. When you upload that version of eBay, you tap the hamburger menu in the top left corner, head to settings, and see if you have a new theme entry under general. In there, you can activate an option of your choice, always light, always dark, only dark in battery saver mode, or follow the system default. So if you want the cool new dark mode on your eBay app for Android, that is now available. And eBay is promoting some summer savings this Memorial Day weekend. They have a post from their press room that says you can save up to 90% off tech, home goods, outdoor accessories, and more to upgrade your home this summer. So they're running store sales in this promotion, but then some people are also getting coupons, I believe 20% off their purchase. So yeah, I think what's important here is if you can look at what they're promoting and see if you have these kinds of things listed, that maybe where you get a tie-in. So it's things like string lights for the patio, smoothie makers, laptops, headphones, your general tech and housewares. They've got Ray-Ban sunglasses, the microbean toss cornhole games. So things I don't think most of us who resell typically sell, and no clothing or anything in here. But anytime they run a promotion trying to get people to the site, you can maybe trickle down to those of us who are smaller sellers. But again, maybe some people will get that coupon of the 20% off, and it's a 50% minimum purchase required. I haven't gotten a coupon yet, but let me know if you got one. Turning now to Poshmark, there is a new episode of their AM to PM little series that they're doing where they have a Poshmark seller basically vlog for the day. This week's seller is Sunnyside Sales, so you can go check that out on the Poshmark Facebook page if you want to watch that. Also, on the Poshmark Reddit thread, I thought this was an interesting post. It's titled, "It's annoying when sellers include items they want to get rid of as surprise gifts in their packages." Now, some sellers do put little gifts in with their packages. I've done it in the past. When I first started on eBay, I used to have a little tiny bags that I would put a few pieces of wrapped candy in, like Tootsie Rolls, hard candy stuff, with my business card thank you note, and those went in every single order. I haven't done it in a while, but I have in the past sometimes included, like if I had extra cosmetics or something, I would put it in. I only had one complaint when I was doing that from some lady who said she didn't want the nail polish and now she had to destroy it and she was, ruining the environment. But anyway, this post reads, "I have ordered about 12 things from Poshmark in the past year. I've received unexpected gifts with half of these items. At first, I thought of this as a nice gesture, but it's actually pretty annoying. The items included room spray, makeup sample packets, or freebies that the seller got. Only one of these related to my order and had value to me. For example, I'm allergic to cucumber." What? "I received a cucumber room spray with a jacket order. I get it might have been a nice gesture, but now not only can I not use it, I live with 4 other people, and now that's another thing taking up room in our garage. Yes, it's small, but you get the point." Well, just throw it away. Oh, for crying out loud. This post goes on to say, "Please stop adding items that you don't want to get rid of to your Poshmark packages." This poster finishes out by saying, "Your customers are not your donation bank. Did I order a beauty item from you? Then go ahead and throw in skincare samples. Did I order a shirt? Then don't give me a random bracelet, pencil case, or old jewelry that I didn't ask for. Take responsibility for your items and throw it out. I think it's better to not include something that doesn't make sense than to try to include something clearly random from your house that you don't find value in or to try to get a better rating." First response says, "I don't do gifts because, like you, some people don't want them, but some buyers expect them, and clearly from this sub, they will deduct stars or say so in ratings. Same with thank you cards. I don't think these are random things, by the way. Some sellers invest money in small items to include, and they are not technically dumping their trash into the package." So this post goes on for a while, but yeah, I mean, the thing with Poshmark especially is when they started, they wanted you to wrap up your packages all pretty, put in a little gift. Then you've got people who complain. The thing is, you are always going to have people who complain. They'll complain if they don't get a gift. They'll complain if they do get a gift. They'll complain if they get a gift, but it's not the gift they wanted. So no matter what you do, some people are never going to be happy. I personally wouldn't take this as much of anything. I think most people kind of like a little freebie in their packages, but let me know what you think. Do you like to get little surprise gifts or have your packages wrapped up nicely, or do you just want what you ordered and you don't want anything else? Leave me a comment below. And as this lady, I think if she didn't want the cucumber room spray, she just started throwing it away. I don't know why she's putting it in her garage, but anyway, that's just me. As brick and mortar retailers open up, all of them are dealing with the coronavirus pandemic and guidelines that are either mandatory or things that they think are best for their business to implement. And Calvin Klein is the latest retailer to say that any products returned to their stores will go into quarantine for 48 to 72 hours as a precaution against the coronavirus. Now, I've seen this in some other cases. First of all, there are some stores that are not letting you try on clothes in the store. You're going to have to take them home, try them on there, bring them back. They'll go into quarantine. So it's an interesting development. First of all, when clothes get returned to stores, very often they end up just going to liquidation straight away. It'll depend how it comes back, how soon it comes back. I think a lot of stores may be looking to steam clothing. I've seen that happening as well, to give customers reassurance that germs are killed. Now, the evidence that coronavirus can live on fabric and then transmit is very low risk, but just precautions that stores are taking, I think, to just reassure customers that it's safe to purchase their items, and knowing that if you go into a store and buy something that you don't realize has been returned, that it's been in quarantine for a while. But would that make a difference to you? Do you care? I mean, anytime I buy clothes they go straight to the wash. But I haven't bought clothes in a store for a while. I usually shop online. But yeah, it's interesting. Let me know your thoughts on clothes going into quarantine before they re-hit the sales floor. And are you doing anything like that with the returns that you get before relisting them? I wouldn't think you'd have to, because by the time it gets back to you, it's been through the quarantine itself in the mail. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. So yesterday on the show, I mentioned that Amazon is thinking about purchasing JCPenney. And according to an article on biznow.com that's titled, "Why Would Amazon Scope Out JCPenney?" It's the real estate baby. Rumor has it struggling JCPenney is a possible acquisition target for Jeff Bezos' Amazon. JCPenney filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy Friday and said it would close about 240 of its 846 stores permanently over the next 2 years. If Amazon stepped in and bought the company, it could be a quick, relatively cheap way to get into large brick-and-mortar footprint, similar to its acquisition of Whole Foods in 2017. The e-commerce giant hasn't confirmed or denied reports of a possible Penny's acquisition probe, with a spokesman for Amazon telling BizNow Tuesday the retailer doesn't respond to rumors, but this is a big rumor considering the e-commerce giant is often considered the final stake through the heart of department stores like the Plano, Texas-based JCPenney. Retail experts believe Amazon is either expanding its apparel vertical or shopping for prime space in key suburban markets where it desires additional last-mile delivery locations or package pickup and drop-off hubs. The fact that Amazon is trying to buy a department store would make you think twice, Weitzman Executive Manager Director Bob Young said. Why? Because that category is hurting. But it comes back to one thing from my perspective as a real estate guy, and that is generally speaking about the real estate Penny's controls. Penny's owns 347 of its 846 locations and has a supply chain network of 11 facilities made up of fulfillment centers, store merchandise distribution centers, and regional warehouses, according to corporate filings. The company has not released a list of which stores it's considering closing permanently, but said in its bankruptcy filing that it intends to be down around 600 locations by the end of 2021. The idea that Bezos and Amazon see Penny's as a prime real estate play is not a stretch for market observers. Several days ago, news reports said Penny's plan to spin off its real estate holdings into a separate REIT. Analysts previously told BizNow many of Penny's assets are valuable enough to make it through bankruptcy. So, interesting article. It does go on further. It will be linked in the show notes below, but perhaps Amazon doesn't want JCPenney for JCPenney inventory, but for JCPenney real estate. So an interesting development. Again, this is still rumor, but a big rumor, and I will continue to follow it and let you know more as more information becomes available. And that is a wrap on today's show. If you liked it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment, even if it's just a hello or an emoji. That engagement really helps with YouTube's algorithm. You guys have been doing that, and thank you so very much. Also, check out the show notes below the video for links to the articles I referenced. You can email me your questions or reseller stories. My email is also below. Thank you so much for listening. I will talk to you again tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.